Hi there, lovely people. Good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Welcome back to the channel. Time is 3:20 a.m. here in Dhaka. I'm doing two videos. First one is done. Second one is going to be this one about discontinued fragrances. And this is not the top discontinued like of all time. There are many more out there which are good, but some of these fragrances are underrated. Not many people mention them. And I just want to bring back, refresh your memory because these are kind of old right now, but they're all solid. People are running and chasing after the latest flankers, which I feel are good, not bad. Some of them are good, most of them sucks and overpriced. That's why they suck. But the greed of the company, whatever the charge or the cost going up, resources, I don't really buy that. I mean, I don't see the point of paying niche dollars for designer fragrances which are just average or same old same old. But these fragrances right here, they have their own characteristics, okay, compared to what I see in the market. Let's say you know as opposed to Aqva new 50 ml flanker going for $180. That, my friend, is a ripoff, okay? And most of the niche, they have increased the prices. So some of these designers, they are really, really good, and I think very interesting scent profile wise. Okay, so check out my full review on each, and then you decide for yourself if you want to try. Most of these can be had for good prices, but don't overpay. Some of them can be very expensive. First fragrance, let me show you, is a fragrance was very available in market for $45 once, but now even a small bottle like this will cost you about 55 to $60. This fragrance house of Zenia, this is called Vumo. From Zenia house, I think I reviewed 3, maybe 4 perfumes, not more. But this house always felt like mystified me or made me feel like, wow, it's kind of mysterious. I used to see, like, in the airports, like, let's say I used to drive up to KLIA, the Malaysian airport, number 2, KLIA 2. And at night time, their shops are still open. And you see at one corner, maybe a Zenia, fragrance counter, and you see Zenia Vumo and then some of the other ones. And you look at the bottle, they don't really look like your typical bottles, right? They look like very plain, but interesting why there is a little bit of this lines, and bit, frosted glass, because their fragrances are that good. Okay, some of them are not everybody's cup of tea. This one is very similar to YSL L'Homme Libre, very similar, but with its own character. A lot of violet leaves. If you love violet leaves, you should try this. And this fragrance is fresh, like, in a way, ozonic. It reminds me of many other fragrances, okay? But if you want to enjoy a unique perfume, which is up class, which is masculine, and also if you're a big fan of Fahrenheit, L'Homme, what did I say? Not Ultime, L'Homme Libre, this kind of ozonic fresh fragrance, you can try this Zenia's Vumo. I think some countries it can be had for very good prices, and now this bottle is discontinued as far as I know. So next one is one of my personal favorites. I always say this perfume is special. It doesn't matter if this fragrance is not everybody's like League A or League B. Some people may fail. This is the third tier fragrance, but very good memories for me. I'll tell you, this is one of the fragrances that started my journey, Lacos Purum. Now this is discontinued. I do have another bottle about this much juice, and this one is missing about 10 ml. So I use both. The older one may be a little bit sweeter, but I don't see this fragrance anymore in the shelves, okay, because it's very hard to find now. So Lacos Purum is about that plum, okay, I think so, and it's sweet. I used to compare this a lot with Mont Blanc Individual for some reason. Both of them are gray. This fragrance is kind of like a gray fragrance, okay? So it goes perfectly with the suit, perfect for mild, cool weather. In the summers, it dies down quickly, but it's a nice perfume, okay? And it's not for everybody. Lacoste House has some gems, but you have to really try them all. Lacoste Essential, Lacoste Style in Play, this one, and few more, I did review. So Lacoste for me is a house. When I started my journey, I have good memories of this house, right? And I always enjoy Lacoste Parfum, which is also hard to find. So these perfumes, are like nostalgia in a bottle. And when you smell this house, when you smell this particular fragrance, you'll see like, oh, it's not like your typical fruity, fresh. It's very different. It's kind of like a mysterious fragrance as well. I would wear this in the fall, okay? Lacos Purum, amazing fragrance with a plum note. So check out the review of Mark Robsoit. He did review this fragrance very nicely. Next one is a fun fragrance, okay? I really like this line. I reviewed everything from this line. Now it's taken down, discontinued. But I still have this Azzaro Purum Wild Mint with this beautiful green juice. Okay, perhaps kryptonite for Superman. Okay, but this line, everything from this line was like hot pepper, naughty leather, this one, amber. What else was there? There were maybe five. Okay, I don't remember all the names, but I used to love naughty leather, the blue one. But this one and the amber, they are pure, pure beauty. This one particularly, it's very sweet, candied sort of mint. And this mint, it's not like your Cartier Roadster mint. This one, you can say, instead of hunting down crypto mint by Mugler, hunt this down. Both of them are good, but Mugler gonna cost you so much more money than this. Okay, Mugler will cost you 150, 160, while this one you can have under 100. It would be worth at this price point rather than buying many other fragrances, new releases. Very interesting, sweet beast mode fragrance. Azzaro Purum Wild Mint, one of my dear brother Ovik Bhai. He loves that one. He is one of our senior members in the community. Next one, another green bottle, but this one is Middle Eastern ultra male. It's a prince, okay, and very hard to find. This discontinued fragrance is, I would say, I reviewed this for the very first time on YouTube back in the years. When I tried it, I was mesmerized by the power. Think of Hawa's fire in recent times and Rasasi Shura. If you know their power, Bogart House have some powerful tanks. This is one more tank collecting dust. Okay, but this is my backup bottle basically. So this perfume, man, I have another bottle. Where is my other bottle? Let me show you. Actually, you'll understand what I mean. These are the last two bottles that I have. I hope I have it. Yeah, this is the bottle that I reviewed back in the years. Okay, I have this much juice left from the vintage bottle, and this one has red, blue, and green. I love the green the most. Okay, green one has spices. Green one has sweetness, tonka overload, and this perfume is also mild green. Okay, but it can be a clubbing king. You can destroy anybody's fragrance, sillage, or longevity, or notices. By this perfume. Absolute love. Okay, now you can smell it. Haven't sprayed it in a while. Yeah, this fragrance is unique. You have to smell this. There's nothing like this in the market. Okay, even if you spend $40-$45, it's worth it. Bogart Story Green. Next one is a fragrance. It's one of those fragrances which is artistic, and it's like if you understand fragrances like Lalique, Encre Noir line, and you like that, green. How do I put, like, they had vetiver, and then I think there's a note, herbal note, cypress. So this fragrance has plenty of these green elements. At the same time, it has some fresh elements. Nothing blue, but the name is weird. It's called Le Bleu d'Issey. This is the bottle that I bought from one of my brothers. Okay, he lives in Australia, and this fragrance was my last bottle of this perfume. I think this fragrance is still available in some markets, but the price have gone high. Whatever you could find for 125 mil price, now the 75 mil cost that much. Still is affordable, and many people did not hype it up. That's why it's not getting that $200 mark. But I have two Miyakes. This is one of them. This perfume is amazing. Okay, you spend $150 and get a niche fragrance which is not going to smell as good as this. Yeah, creating some hype. Okay, Le Bleu d'Issey. Check out my review. One of the most underrated Issey Miyake perfumes, which is no longer available. Next one. That ice cream is popping up. Next one. You recognize this bottle from House of Aramis. This is called Tobacco Reserve. Okay, I think so. Yeah, Tobacco Reserve. So Aramis, I reviewed maybe 10, 15 from this house. In Aramis's house, not for everybody. This is for more mature crowd, and you can see from the bottle design, this looks like a mature man's fragrance. This one is one of the most rare and more expensive Aramis in this current moment. When I got it at first, it used to be green color juice. That time was not very hype, not much hype. People did not buy that much. Since it's discontinued, people are paying premium prices, bro. Like real premium prices. I think if my bottle was full, I could sell this for easily $150 or more. Okay, and that too for Aramis. When it came out first, it used to be just maybe $45, $55. Now you cannot find this anymore. Look at the juice color now. This one reminds me of Shergi, okay, the old editions. And yeah, it has a very nice tobacco, but it's more of a real cigar smell, okay, not your just sweet. Like Pure Heaven is good, but this is underrated, okay. So great fragrance, Aramis Tobacco Reserve. Number two, I'll be showing you this perfume is a masterpiece from this line. And I would say back in the days, I used to have two bottles always. Now I cannot buy another bottle because it's so expensive and rare. This is called Issey Miyake, Issey Purum Noir Ambre. This is my most favorite Issey Miyake perfume of all time. Of all time. I have reviewed quite a few Issey Miyakes, absolutely enjoy Kenzo and Issey Miyake. These two houses, they have this Japanese background, in their fragrances. There's a story to tell. They are not dupes of anything. This is, if not equivalent, good to fragrances like Grand Soir or maybe Costume National Soul. Okay, if it's not better, it's the same quality. Okay, on the best, beautiful, sexy amber. Many people knock me, brother, would you sell this bottle to me? Yes, check out my review. You see the box is different. These are more premium, $85 back in the days. Now it's more like $150. Still worth that price point, more than 50 ml of new Aqva flanker. Okay, Elixir Absolute, whatever just came out. I don't see any point of buying that perfume. Okay, just give my 2 cents. This fragrance is the niche quality that you're talking about, and I thank Max 40 when it came out first. I saw his review. I got this, and other one was Eau Incense, but the incense one didn't work for me. I sold it off. It was a bit peppery incense for me. This one is a goat Issey Miyake Noir Ambre. Number one today. Relatively simpler fragrance than the Issey Miyake one, but I still enjoy this in summer. Now, when I say this, there was a time, how time changes. There was a time this fragrance was available everywhere for $55, $58 for a set. 100 plus 50 mil small atomizer or 9 mil, I don't remember, but nobody bought it. When this one got rare, people paid $150. Now you can't even find this for $150. Okay, it's that expensive. This is called Bulgary Aquamara. Okay, now at this current moment, whatever is available in the market, this is the most, I would say. Let's just go one spray. No, let's just go two sprays. Okay, just for the night time. Yeah, you will not find anything as good as this in summer. Okay, it has this wood apple smell, in my humble opinion. It has this orange. It has something dark. It's like Aqua di Gio, Perfume, and this I felt, and Dylan Blue and Bulgari Aqua Atlantic. All four has something in common. One of the most unique fragrance for summer, works great after sunset, and the bottle is just very mysterious. It looks like Dune, okay, the movie. So Bulgari Aquamara, it's worth hunting down if you can get it. Say 100, 120, which is not going to be easy, but Aquamara is something you do not find in the market, this kind of DNA. So yeah, there you go. I think 8 fragrances that I showed today. These fragrances are more interesting than any other new releases or heavy expensive fragrance. Rather than spending on those, rather, hunt these down. That would be good. And I highly recommend them, try first. Okay, do not blind buy. If you cannot try, even if you blind buy, you can sell these off. Like, these have value in the market. You will not run losses. They are like Toyotas. Okay, take care. Have a nice day. Thanks for watching. Good night from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Bye bye.